So, you've got it. The big one. The idea that could change everything. But then, reality hits. How do you actually pay for it? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to break down the founder's journey and figure out how to take that amazing idea and fund it into existence. I mean, really think about it. How do you take something that's just a thought and turn into a real, living, breathing company that actually makes a difference? The answer, almost always circles back to one crucial thing: money.
Okay, so here's our game plan for today. Think of it like a roadmap. We're going to kick things off with the big funding question itself. Then we'll walk through three key stages, what I like to call personal fuel, then angel investors, and finally, venture capital. To wrap it all up, we'll dive into that classic dilemma every founder has to face: debt versus equity. So, let's get started.
All right, first up, the big funding question. This is, without a doubt, the most essential challenge for any founder. And look, it's not just about getting your hands on some cash. It's about finding the right kind of money at exactly the right time. And let's be totally honest here. Getting the funding you need, it's not just a box to check. It's one of the absolute hardest and most critical parts of the whole process. If you mess this up, even a world-changing idea can just fizzle out before it even gets a chance.
So the first thing you need to know is that there isn't just one single path to get funded. It's more like a whole ecosystem of options. You've got everything from your own personal savings or a classic bank loan, all the way to the big leagues with venture capital, angel investors, and even things like government grants or crowdfunding. Okay, so with all those choices, how in the world do you pick the right one? Well, it's not a shot in the dark. The right path for you really just boils down to two main things. First, what stage is your business in? And second, and this is a big one, how much control of your baby, your company, are you willing to trade for that investment? So let's dive in right at the beginning, where pretty much every founder's journey starts. We're calling this stage one, personal fuel. This is that initial spark, the stuff that gets the engine started. Yeah, this is that classic working out of your garage phase. We're talking about the super early days, right? Before you even have a finished product. Your very first investor is probably going to be you. This is when entrepreneurs drain their savings accounts, or they go to the people who believe in them no matter what, family and friends. It's incredibly risky, for sure, but it's all built on pure belief. All right, so you've used up your personal fuel, and the idea is officially off the ground. That's awesome. But that money can only take you so far. Now it's time to level up to stage two, finding angel investors. This is all about getting that first crucial yes from someone who isn't your mom or your best friend. So what is an angel investor anyway? Basically, think of a wealthy person who's willing to write a check for a startup in its infancy. This is that first seed funding. They're not a bank. They're using their own personal cash to bet on you. And the catch? Well, in return, they want a piece of the action, a slice of the company. That's what we call ownership equity. But here's the thing. It's not just about the money, even though that's obviously huge. The goal here is actually bigger. Getting an angel investor on board is a massive vote of confidence. It's validation. It's proof that a smart, experienced person thinks you've got a real shot. And that money, it buys you the time, the runway to go out and prove them right. But of course, these investors don't just throw money around because you have a cool idea. You have got to do your homework. We're talking a rock-solid business plan with financial projections that actually make sense. This document is everything. It's your blueprint, and it's what will convince them that you're a good bet, not just a wild gamble. Okay, so you got the angel money. You proved your concept works. Now, it's time to hit the accelerator, and I mean really hit it. Welcome to stage three, venture capital. This isn't just gas for the car. This is pure rocket fuel. This is for when you're ready for massive, explosive growth. Venture capital, or VC for short, is a whole different ballgame. We're not talking about one person's money anymore. This is institutional cash coming from a huge fund. VCs are professional investors, and their entire job is to hunt for the next big thing, companies they believe can grow at an incredible rate. So they hand you this giant check. What do you do with it? It's all about one thing: growth, growth, growth. This is the money you use to scale up everything. You launch massive marketing campaigns to let the world know you exist, and, maybe most importantly, you hire the absolute best people you can find to build out your dream team. Now, underneath all of this, whether it's that first loan or a massive check from a VC, you're always making a fundamental choice. And that brings us to the ultimate trade-off, the big question every single founder has to answer: debt or equity? Look, it really boils down to this. On one side, you have debt. Think of a loan from a bank. You borrow the money, you pay it back with interest. Simple. The huge plus, you keep 100% ownership. Then, on the other side, you have equity. This is the world of angels and VCs. They give you cash, and you don't have to pay it back like a loan, but you're giving them a piece of your company. So, which one is better? Well, the real answer is, it's not that simple. There's no magic bullet. The smartest founders find a way to balance both. By using a mix, you can stay financially stable and avoid getting in over your head. Owing so much money that one bad month could sink the whole ship. Okay, let's pull all this together with a classic example, the tech startup. Step 1, they get that first chunk of seed funding from an angel investor. They give up a little bit of equity, but now they can really get going. Then, step 2, after they prove people actually want their software, they attract the big guns, venture capital, to scale up and go after the entire market. And through this whole crazy journey, from that very first dollar you pulled from your own savings, all the way to that massive VC check, what's the one thing that keeps you pointed in the right direction? Your business plan. Seriously, don't think of it as just some boring document for investors. It's your map. It's your North Star. It's what keeps you focused on where you're trying to go. And that's our tour of the founder's funding journey. So now the focus shifts to you. You've seen the roadmap, you've seen the different stages. So we'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. What is the right funding blueprint for your big idea?